This is Utqiagvik, Alaska. Due to climate change and global warming, the permafrost here is thawing. The people here are facing bigger change than ever before. We, as a group of researchers from Penn State, Virginia Tech, and University of Alaska Fairbanks, are having a 2-week fieldwork here to install underground sensing cables to collect permafrost data. In this way, we can monitor and target on predicting the behavior and changing of the permafrost here. But we made our first problem even before we arrived. Carrying the big computer, we call it interrogator, from State College, Pennsylvania to Utqiagvik, Alaska. During the transit in Philadelphia, the rain got it wet. So right now we arrived at Anchorage and we're checking our interrogator whether it's dry or not. The suitcase is waterproof.
Looks good.
We want to make sure.
Yeah, top feels dry.
Now you may wonder, what does the interrogator do? The interrogator sends laser pulses into the cables. A small amount of the light is then scattered back towards the interrogator. The system builds up a profile of backscattered light along the cable fiber by comparing one pulse to the next, which yields a dynamic profile of the data. The system connected by the interrogator and the cables is distributed acoustic sensing and distributed temperature sensing technologies.
Hi, I'm Eileen Martin. I'm an assistant professor at Virginia Tech, and I'm here in Utqiagvik, Alaska, in the DOE ARM building. So this is a climate study where we're looking at permafrost thaw, and we've got 2 kilometers of fiber optic cable, both single mode and multi-mode, embedded in the permafrost outside of this building. So this one is the DAS, which Nolan Roth is going to talk about, and I'm going to talk about the DTS, which is distributed temperature sensing. And we borrowed this system from CTEMS, which is a great facility if you want to get into temperature sensing with fiber. So now inside of the case, we've actually got a whole computer in here, and then we've got our distributed temperature sensing interrogator right here. And you can see right now, it's recording data on channel 1. So we've actually got both ends of the fiber in, and they're actually connected to each other 2 kilometers away, so it makes a big loop, and that helps us get a more accurate measurement. So in here, let's say that I wanted to look at what the data looks like recently. So with this, we're able to see a profile of every segment along the fiber optic cable, all the way down and then all the way back, of what is the temperature there, and we get that measurement every 2 minutes, which is a lot faster than the permafrost is probably changing most of the time, but it helps us have more data and track if there are any changes with what's happening. Alright, so we see that most of our data, our temperature is hovering just a little bit above 0, so around 0 to 1 degrees. It seems like we've got some interesting patterns and a lot of variability spatially in our temperature in this permafrost area. We know that the tundra is very different at small spatial scales, so that's going to be really great to have those dense measurements.
Hi, I'm Nolan. I'm a graduate student at Penn State here, not at Penn State, in Utqiagvik, Alaska. So what we're doing here and what I've been working on really is setting up the hardware for the Terra 15 DAS interrogator. DAS is distributed acoustic sensing. So distributed acoustic sensing uses a fiber optic cable that we installed in the tundra here, and it can sense vibrations in the ground and acoustic waves traveling through the air and the ground to our fiber. And we can actually see that output right here. So what we're seeing here, yellow spots are spots with more vibration, blue spots are spots with less vibration. Where all along this here, this is our cable, and we can see that there's a moving line of vibration between 0 and 300 meters from here, and that's moving pretty fast. I bet that's a truck driving down the road. You can tell these things by looking at the cable, seeing the vibrations and how they move along this plot. And so this can be used really to study the mechanical properties of the permafrost, of the infrastructure around here, all that stuff using some various seismic data analysis methods. And so it all comes right from this box. This is our interrogator.
To protect the expensive interrogator, we even bought a seat for it on the plane. After 2 days of flying, we finally arrived at Utqiagvik's airport.